heart's yours. The roots are mine.
Picked and culled. Shall we dance then?
Always.
Die, you bastard!
If the spirit chases were working, we wouldn't have specters. I'd stay to figure it out, but we need to see Kate.
Backed by the Banishers, Helen Priest dethroned Captain Pennington. Dark truths were unearthed. Some secrets remain buried. The survivors must now set aside old sins and build themselves lives worth living. But can Helen Priest lead them into the future, chained as she is to her past?
I get the feeling folk are preparing to leave.
Still a roaming, are we?
Aye, and still asking questions. It's time I asked you about Deborah Comenius.
If you tread carefully, I may even answer.
Did your sister take part in Deborah's execution?
If she had, would I have followed her? No. My sister was selfish as all hell, but she was no bigot. She removed me from the horror. Then she made me swear to bite my tongue and never speak of it. Thickskin never believed Deborah a witch. She told me to love who I loved, but counselled caution.
Twisted, but pragmatic. Thickskin always protected her sister.
Caution, indeed. I did nothing. As my love stood up to her persecutors, I did nothing. When I could bear it no longer, I hid my tears and looked away.
I too saw my beloved die for my failings.
Then you know. To speak of it is near unbearable.
I'm trying to track someone down, and I was hoping you could help me.
I'm busy. Find them yourself.
I'm not asking you to do anything. I just need information. I may have some to share in return. So, I found your name in an old letter. It was addressed to someone by the name of Grace. It was written by Deborah Comenius.
You just can't leave a scab unpicked, can you? Especially if it's not your own.
Deborah wrote of a cabin in the woods. Could this Grace person have found it?
I don't know. It was all a very long time ago. I had forgotten her.
Did Grace ask you for help?
No. Grace Pennington vanished. No one ever saw her again.
Grace Pennington? As in Captain Saul Pennington?
Pennington had a daughter, and you knew her.
I knew her, but not well. Deborah had her in the school and spoke of her from time to time. Shy as a porcupine and twice as prickly, as I recall.
Deborah wrote the letter in February 1688. When did Grace disappear?
Months later, Pennington accused Deborah of being a witch.
Could Grace have survived alone out here in the woods?
Possibly. But could she remain unseen? No. All thought she'd left New Eden. Gone west, perhaps, into the wilds.
Does the name Seeker...
It sounds less a name than a calling, but neither...
One more question. Did the school teacher keep a cabin in the woods?
Deborah spent much time walking the woods, trying to understand Now that you mention it, She spent 3 days in a hut not far from here. Southeast.
Thank you for your time. Farewell, Kate Newsmith.
A goodbye to you too, Red McWraith. And what...
Can I join in too?
Away with you!
Careful. They mean business now.
I think I used to count my wolf on one hand.
Symbols. The hut may be near. I sense magic. Could Seeker be here?
Faded with age. Ought to know what it was for. Air is foul and foul is fair. There's a lot of fog down there.
Follow my lead. Oh, they do look annoying.
Wee Highland kiss for you. Not gonna make this easy for me then. Bastard! Putting up a fight then? Got this on for size.
can't be a coincidence. Could Grace be Seeker? Dusty. Seeker hasn't been here for a long time.
Anyone home? Deborah knew about this place.
Focus on the matter at hand, Red.
I am.
More demonology. Unusual for a witch. These two schools of magic don't usually see eye to eye. Perhaps Lammy could help us with the spell.
Fine wardrobe for a youngster.
They're rags.
And they won't help us find her. Aye. Quite the fall from grace.
That's not funny, and neither is this.
Aye, fair enough.
Same circle as the one on the entrance. But I don't know the symbol. I don't know it, but I think Lammy might. Now we know. She's in the mountains. In the mountains, behind a magic door. And the circle is, somehow, the key. We did well to come here. Now we know where she's hiding. Soon we'll be able to use the pond. All we need is the key to the dissimulation spell. And Lammy Haskell will help us with that.
Aye, sure.
Whatever it is, out with it.
Now what I say is worth listening to.
Only when it doesn't slow us down.
You're in an awful hurry. We need to get this right. We cannot afford to fail.
We won't fail if you stop dragging your feet. No governor, no meeting house, and it seems no faith.
As a community and as
Well, ho there. What a pleasant surprise. I was fair and sure that I'd never see you again.
Where are you off to?
Far away, God willing. Build bridges, say the wise, that people may better understand. New Eden is a fascinating study for you and I. But for ordinary...
Leaving sounds right to me.
They repent, Mistress
Spoken like a...
I fear, however...
We found a page ripped from a book. Yeah, do you recognize it?
Let me see. Is this from the Trismegistus riddles? Why would you bring me one mildewed page from an amusing but
Why would you fail to disclose that you'd given another...
It was a long time ago. I said after Caleb I'd distribute no more rituals, and that's what I've done. Not done.
We know. But we're looking for Grace Penning.
Who?
Really, boy?
Oh, I'm sorry, Mistress Antea. You said Grace's name, and it is my reflex to protect her.
When was the last time you saw Grace Pennington?
It had to be a few days after I brought her the cloaking ritual. Which makes sense.
That's it?
Well, you see, some weeks later, I was right. Seeker? No, this Seeker. Is she Grace? Is she alive?
We think she's Grace. We hope she's still alive.
We think she's hidden herself.
Then you'll need to unravel it. Shouldn't be too difficult.
How does the...
It creates... There are more effective cloaking spells, but...
The short version.
Yes.
Grace Pennington and a triangle point.
Well then.
What now?
I'm afraid I left my copy in the Arrow...
That's just great.
Yes, but in my defense, what...
We overheard you. What are you working on?
I, to my horror, am working on a speech. Well, it's terrible. I don't...
I'd speak of past mistakes.
That man...
The things that...
Tell the truth, they don't... And without... In fact, they'll... If you can bring people peace... Well, I doubt they'll be grateful. But perhaps they should have the strength to believe in a brighter future.
So, Lammy, what's the word around here?
What do you wish to know?
Tell me about the settlers. Anything strange to mention? Stranger than usual, I mean.
Folk have been quite lovely as it happens. Each tries to do their best and spirits are high. Thinking about it, that's actually really strange. Really strange indeed.
Thank you for your help.
Could you tell Grace that I'm still her friend? I'd be glad to see her again.
Once we found her, we'll be glad to tell her.
It is step by step that we overcome together, that we thrive. No! No!
More work to do.
A new building needs a solid foundation. I wonder if ghosts still linger.
Come on then. Talk to me. Don't hold back.
You act as though all is well. As though I had not died. I'm dead. And I'm not all right. I'm not all right at all. But you pretend not to see it. That makes me angry. And it makes me sad.
I never wanted that.
I know, but it still felt that way. Someone is vexed behind that door.
Excuse the mess. Another bottle broke. It's no big business.
Are you sure you're all right? You seem a little overwhelmed.
A bottle fell from its shelf. No big business, Mr. McWraith. Happens all the time.
Have we met? I'd surely remember.
I saw you strutting cocksure about the meeting house like some Scottish king. 'Tis a pleasure to meet you, your majesty.
Likewise, miss.
I am no miss. I'm Mistress Phoebe Walcott, and you are in my store.
Are you all right?
If you must know, sir, I have a drinking problem.
Really?
I do. My liquor disappears. My bottles fall to the floor and break, though I'm nowhere near. 'Tis a drinking problem indeed.
Objects inexplicably vanishing, moving, or breaking. Either you're haunted or you're clumsier than you think.
Haunted, you say? Well, your majesty, why not? As the saying goes, when life gives you a torrent of shit, may as well be haunted.
You could be in danger. To be haunted is rarely good.
Well, now, that is bad news. Which is good, because I don't believe in good news.
I'm offering you my help. Can you afford to refuse it?
I don't believe in helping hands either. But if you want to do whatever it is you do, please feel free to do it.
When did the bottle breaking start?
I don't know. I gave up on keeping track of time, or things. Normally, if a bottle disappears, I drank it and forgot. But I'm not wrong about this. In quiet moments, I hear the bottle glass crack. When I'm not there, the liquor moves about. Other times, they dare to fall of a sudden, out of nowhere, and break upon the floor. The shelves are straight and proper stacked. I had Ishmael check. 'Tis a mystery, right enough.
Ishmael and you were close, I believe.
Oh, how folk love to talk. They're wrong. There's nothing improper between me and Ishmael. He works for me, and we enjoy each other's company. He's a good friend who lives upstairs. I have my own little house across the way. Ah, talk of an angel. Hear the flutter of his wings.
Phoebe? What's the matter? Oh, good day. What can I do?
Well, it's just another bottle broke. I'd blame my butterfingers, but Mr. Banisher here thinks we may have a ghost.
God take my soul. I'm sorry. The spilled liquor. The stink.
Come now. Come now.
I'm sorry.
All is well, Ishmael. Breathe. Just breathe. It's just another worry fit. You'll be fine.
While he gets back on his feet, let's look around.
That's abacus.
Imagine trying to use one of those after a bottle of rot gut.
Broken glass.
She said bottles in her house shifted and fell. We should check it out.
Broken glass.
She said bottles in her house shifted and fell. We should check it out.
Calm you now. Ishmael.
Half her operation wiped out at a stroke.
Curses are bad for business.
Nice abacus.
Imagine trying to use one of those after a bottle of rot gut. Poor Ishmael has fits of worry.
I feel like he panicked when I mentioned the ghost. What kind of ghost only communicates by breaking wee bottles?
An insidious ghost, trying to slowly drive its victim crazy.
They've been playing for years. I'm keeping the score. Either Ishmael's getting better or Phoebe's getting worse. For Constance, Phoebe's a painter.
This is just an easel. No paints. Unfinished work?
Why would you name a painting before starting it? Phoebe Walcott's done well for herself. Her own warehouse and pier at Covenant Beach. Is it just me, or?
I felt it too. A ghost was here, not long ago.
Phoebe likes a drink. Or 5.
Maybe that vexes our mysterious ghost.
This is as sad as it is disturbing.
Despite her defiance, Her past batters her.
I know Phoebe and Ishmael are friends, but that's a generous will.
Our shy, bottle-breaking ghost also hides things. Why the will?
Everything Ishmael has, he gets from her. Perhaps the ghost believes he's taking advantage.
I doubt there's anything more to be found here. Let's go back to the store and ask a few more questions.
Have you found your ghost?
How's Ishmael? Feeling better, is he?
He's cleaning up the broken glass. I've buggered off till he's finished, and you should too.
Would you know, by any chance, what pulls the trigger on his crises?
He deals with his pain as best he can, like all of us. You leave him alone now, yeah?
Your troublesome ghost meddles with more than your booze. It also hid your will.
I knew things were vanishing. It wasn't just the liquor.
Whose ghost do you think might hide your liquor and your will?
Sounds like my long-dead husband's particular brand of mischief.
Ghosts may linger long in the invisible before returning.
If you've liquor stocked elsewhere, I'd like to check it.
I would too, sir. But I abandoned my warehouse some time ago and have since lost the keys. Ishmael may have spares. His room is upstairs, right over our heads.
A trusted friend, is he?
Despite his efforts to keep me alive, I consider him my one and only friend.
May I see your wares?
I'm a shopkeeper, aren't I? Yes.
Thank you for your time. I'll take no more.
No matter.
Red, I can't manifest anymore.
Wet sand. Did Ishmael go to the sea recently?
There's a beach by Phoebe Walcott's warehouse.
Was Ishmael running his own business behind his drunk boss's back? This Bible really annoyed him.
I hope he kept his opinion to himself. Games of strategy, games of chance.
A widow, drunk and inconsolable. And a widower, sober and inconsolable.
Also, a shy, bottle-breaking ghost.
That's not a lot to go on.
I'm with you once more.
Ishmael took a risk keeping this, especially around here.
Was he scared of a ghost? I'd like to ask him about that.
So our mysterious ghost also took time to hide that key. Must be important. What exactly does this ghost want? There's no clear pattern.
Banisher rule number 1. A ghost always lingers for a reason.
Let's have a chat with Ishmael Law. Mr. Law?
How can I help you, sir?
Kind of easy to work for someone who drinks so much.
Phoebe Walcott deals with her pain the only way she knows.
But you dislike heavy drinkers, don't you?
My friend is wounded by the horrors of the world. She drinks so that she does not weep. But I weep enough for two.
What can you tell me about Covenant Beach?
Not much, sir.
There's a locked warehouse there. The ghost that haunts this store hid the key.
That was Mistress Walcott's storehouse, the center of her business. It's derelict now.
But you've been there of late, haven't you? I found sand from the beach in your lodgings. Why did you go to the warehouse? And why would the ghost hide the key to it?
I don't know what you are scraping for, mister, but you'll not find it on my boots.
I'll see you later, Ishmael.
Anytime, sir.
Strange case. We found nothing conclusive.
The warehouse by the beach is the only lead left. Let's go.
Ishmael's knowledge of Phoebe's thirst reminds me of the good old days. Just lie me down in a puddle of piss and had a couple angry ghosts.
The ghost may be discreet, even sneaky, but these two are haunted.
Phoebe's husband, maybe?
Ishmael's old master was a drunk too. Alcohol has to be the key to this case. love doing that.
They brought more friends. One less to worry about.
Watch out! Spectre possession. Move it, Red!
Great! More fun. Something's here.
Hidden.
Away with you!
Swarming specters. Force them to appear with the right words of power.
Unveil yourself!
Standing by. They never learn, do they? Don't let that specter get to the core.
Have some of this! kiss for you.
Watch out. Spectre possession.
You're done.
It's about to shoot. Move it, Red.
I can handle this on my own. You bastard! Great! More fun.
Get out of here. Eyes peeled.
Kiss for you. This is Phoebe Walcott's warehouse. It's bigger than I'd imagined.
She had quite the business. Little remains.
Thank you, good night.